Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome, my dear students, to our lesson of today, which is going to be about 3A. What's your destination from the book Traveler 2. This lesson is for the first secondary stage from the second semester, prepared by Amna Madkhali and presented by Yasser Al-Nakhli. In our lesson today, inshallah, we will express ability, we will make request, we will ask for permission, and finally we will practice can, could, may, be able to. Now look at this picture here. This is a warm-up, of course. How did people travel in the past? Look carefully at this picture, please. Can you name anything inside this picture? Okay, very good. Now let's go to listening and reading. A chicken dish in Madrid. Do you find traveling enjoyable or stressful? Why? What's the worst thing that's happened to you while traveling? Do you find traveling enjoyable or stressful? Okay, why? Why it is enjoyable or why it is stressful? What's the worst thing that's happened to you while traveling? Do you remember what happened to you? Okay, very good. Now, look at the man in this picture here. How does he feel? And what do you think has happened to him? Okay, look at his face. Is he happy or sad? Okay, very good. Now, what do you think has happened to him? Okay, let's listen and find out what happened to this man. Listen carefully, please.
1. Listening and reading.
B. Look at the man in the picture. How does he feel? What do you think has happened to him? Listen and check your answers.
At the check-in desk in Madrid.
Good afternoon. Where are you flying to?
London Heathrow.
May I see your passport, please?
There you go. Could I have an aisle seat?
Sure. How many bags are you checking in?
Just this one. Can I take this smaller one on the plane with me?
Let me see. Could you put it on the conveyor belt?
There.
I'm sorry, but it's too heavy for hand luggage. You have to check it in.
But I have important stuff in there.
Sorry.
At lost luggage in London Heathrow.
I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we were able to find your bag.
At last. You know, I didn't even want to check that one in. What's the bad news?
Well, there's been a bit of a mix-up. Let me explain. The airport code for London Heathrow is LHR, but the baggage handler thought your bag had LHP on it. An easy mistake to make.
LHP? What airport is that?
Lahoo.
La where?
It's in Papua New Guinea.
What?
We've arranged to fly your bag directly here as soon as possible. Can you give me an address here in London? We can arrange for a courier to bring it to you.
Yes. I've written the address in my notebook. Oh no.
Is there a problem?
Yes. My notebook is in Papua New Guinea.
Okay, now read the dialogue and answer the questions. Question number 1. Where would the passenger like to sit on the plane? Number 2. How many bags does the passenger check in? Number 3. What is LHR? Number 4. What's the bad news? Number 5. Where is Lihu? Number 6. Who is going to bring the passenger's lost luggage to him? Number 7. What is in the passenger's lost bag? Okay. Now let's check your answers. Number one, he would like to have an aisle seat. Number two, how many bags? 2 bags, of course. Number three, the airport code for London Heathrow. Number four, what's the bad news? The bad news that there has been a bit of mix-up, and now the man's bag is in Lihu. Number 5. It is in Papua New Guinea. Number 6. A courier. And number 7. He lost his notebook with his address in London. Vocabulary: words related to traveling by plane. Now read the text and try to guess the meaning of the words or phrases in bold. Look at here. You have too many words, okay, in bold. Try to guess the meaning of each word while you read this text. Okay, let's start. Lee arrived at the airport at 6 a.m. He was going away on a business trip, but before leaving, he wanted to see his friend, Oliver. Oliver was coming back from a trip abroad and was arriving at 6:15. Lee waited for him at arrivals. When Oliver's plane landed, they went to a cafe. When it was time for Lee to leave, he went to departures and checked in his suitcase. Unfortunately, there was a 2-hour delay. However, while he was waiting, he fell asleep. Luckily, someone woke him up just before his plane took off. He ran to the gate and was the last passenger to board the plane. He showed his boarding card to the flight attendant and went to his seat. Look at here, arrivals. What does it mean? Arrivals is the place at an airport where passengers go to once they have got off the plane. Departures, the place at an airport where passengers go to in order to make all the necessary arrangements before they get on their planes. Land, to come down through the air onto the ground. Take off, that means to leave the ground and begin to fly. Look at these pictures. Boarding card. The boarding card, a card that a passenger receives after they have checked in, and they must have it to be allowed to get on a plane. Gate, the place at an airport where passengers are allowed to get on or off a plane. Board, to get on a plane. They are boarding now. Delay, a period of time when passengers have to wait before they get on their plane because of a problem that makes their flight late. Number 3, grammar. Express ability, permission or request. Can, could, may, be able to. Now read the examples below and decide what the word in bold express ability, permission or request. Now look at these sentences and try which one of these sentences express ability, permission or request. May I see your passport, please? Can I take this small one on the plane with me? We can arrange for a courier to bring it to you. The good news is that we were able to find your bag. Could you put it on the conveyor belt? Okay, now look at this note here. We use can, is able to, or are able to express ability in present time or present tense, while we use could or was or were able to express ability in the past. Okay, so can, is able to, or are able to in present, could in the past. Okay, very good. Now read the situations and form sentences using the words in brackets. What I want you to do in this exercise, I want you to read the situation and give me a sentence, form a sentence using the words in brackets like can, able, could, can, and may. Okay, but first read the situations, then try to form a sentence by using the words here between these brackets. Number 1. You want to borrow your friend's mobile phone. What do you say? Number 2. You couldn't meet your brother at the airport yesterday. Apologize to him. Apologize, that means to say sorry or an excuse. Number 3. You are thirsty. Ask the flight attendant for some water. Do you remember the flight attendant? Number 4. You are not able to find your boarding card. Tell the clerk. Number 5. You want to use your laptop on the plane. Ask for permission. Now let's check your answers. If you want to borrow your friend's mobile phone, what do you say? Okay, can I borrow your mobile phone? Number 2. I'm sorry, but I wasn't able to meet you at the airport yesterday. Number 3. You are thirsty. Ask the flight attendant for some water. Could I have some water, please? Could I have some water, please? Number 4. You are not able to find your boarding card. Tell the clerk. I can't find my boarding card. I cannot or I can't find my boarding card. Finally, number 5. You want to use your laptop on the plane. Ask for permission. And may I use my laptop on the plane? May I use my laptop on the plane? Okay, very good. Now let's go to speaking role play. Read the situation and form sentences using the words in brackets. Okay, student A. Imagine that you are the check-in clerk and that the student B is a passenger checking in his or her luggage. Discuss using the prompts in the box and answer student B's questions. Okay, student B, imagine that you are a passenger checking in your luggage and that student A is a check-in clerk. Discuss and use the prompt in the box to ask student A questions. Use these words inside box for each student. Student A, you have to use this box, and student B, you have to use this box. Okay, now evaluation. Now complete the sentences and the puzzle and find the word in the gray boxes. Okay, you have here seat, departure, passport, delay. Okay, number 1, the time for the next train of Philadelphia is 10:15. Number 2, we are sorry for the your plane is going to leave in about 2 hours. 3. The airport clerk did not let my husband through because he didn't have his. 4. Excuse me. I think you are sitting in my. Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1. The departure time. Very good. Number 2. The delay. Number 3. Passport. And finally, number 4. Seat. My seat. Complete the dialogues with the modal verbs in the boxes. Okay, let's check our answers. Number 1 or A. Can you lend me your car? Very good. No, Jack, you cannot drive. Okay. You mean I couldn't drive 3 months ago, but now I am a great driver. Okay, today we learned how to express ability. He can play football, I cannot drive. How we can make requests. Can you give me a ride? Ask for permission. May I come in, please? And we practice can, could, may, be able to. Excuse me, you cannot bring your bike into the shop. These are the references: Traveller 2 Student's Book, Workbook, Teacher's Guide, and Google Clip Arts for pictures. For more information and lessons, do not hesitate to call us on our website, our Twitter account, our phone number. Thank you and hope to see you again. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.